How many of you have used your cell phone while driving? I'm sure a huge percentage of you would answer yes to that question. Even I have used my cell phone while driving, and I know it is wrong. It can be extremely dangerous and the outcome can be fatal. Cell phones in cars can be dangerous. First, texting and driving. Second, talking and driving. And for my third point, browsing the internet while driving. Now for my first point. Texting and driving is bad. Did you know texting while driving makes a crash 23 times more likely? Texting and driving is one of the biggest distractions that a driver can encounter because it takes a driver's attention away from the road for longer periods than any other distractions. It can be a pattern of behavior that leads to unwanted outcomes such as crashes and citations. The text can wait. No text is worth dying over. In 39 different states, they have banned texting while driving. For example, Sioux Falls had banned their texting while driving, and it went into effect September of last year. It can cost you up to $95 for a fine, or if you're found guilty in a court, a max of 30 days in jail and a fine up to $200. Respect others driving and keep your phone put away. So now that I've talked about texting and driving, I'll move to my second point. Talking and driving is bad. As David Strayer, University of Utah psychology professor states, if you put a 20-year-old driver behind the wheel with a cell phone, their reaction times are the same as a 70-year-old driver who is not using a cell phone. Many people feel that talking and driving is not as bad as texting and driving, but you would be surprised. Once drivers on cell phones hit the brakes, it takes them longer to get back into the normal flow of traffic, Strayer said. Drivers talking on all phones are 18% slower to react to brake lights than people that aren't distracted while they're driving. People may suggest having hands-free cell phones while driving, look out, don't see, but they are still distracted by the conversation. Interruptions to driving, for example, answering a call, are likely to be more dangerous if they occur while merging to an exit freeway. And now that is why talking on the cell phone while driving is bad. Now for my third point, browsing the internet while driving is bad. Did you know 48% of people browse the internet while driving? Yeah, I know that's a big percentage. But the growing popularity of smartphones is contributing to these escalating numbers. People are checking their emails and reading social media more than they ever have before. When people get bored in the car, they manage to check Facebook or whatever it is they think they need to check. Nothing that important is going to change during the time you are driving. It has been asked if browsing the internet is replacing texting with being the biggest distraction. For example, these days when people get lost, they no longer have to look at a map. All they have to do is take out their cell phone and search for the directions. All of this can be extremely dangerous, from taking their eyes off the road to removing their hands off the steering wheel. So now for my conclusion, I have told you today about 3 reasons why cell phones in cars can be extremely dangerous: texting and driving, talking and driving, and browsing the internet while driving. I hope that these 3 things help you with not being able to look at your phone and just concentrate on the road.